Hey girls, good morning. Happy Friday. Oh, I'm dropping stuff everywhere. Winnie's a little wild this morning. I have to leave in a few minutes. My morning is going poorly, but it's okay. It's okay, because we're going to read the word. All right. May 29th, wisdom calls for a hearing. Proverbs 8:1 through 9:12. Listen as wisdom calls out. Hear as understanding raises her voice. On the hilltop along the road, she takes her stand at the crossroads. By the gates at the entrance to the town, on the road leading in, she cries aloud, I call to you, to all of you. I raise my voice to all people. You simple people, use good judgment. You foolish people, show some understanding. Listen to me, for I have some important things to tell you. Everything I say is right, for I speak the truth, and detest every kind of deception. My advice is wholesome. There is nothing devious or crooked in it. My words are plain to anyone with understanding, clear to those with knowledge. Choose my instruction rather than silver, and knowledge rather than pure gold. For wisdom is far more valuable than rubies. Nothing you desire can compare with it. I, wisdom, live together with good judgment. I know where to discover knowledge and discernment. All who fear the Lord will hate evil. Therefore, I hate pride and arrogance, corruption and perverse speech. Common sense and success belong to me. Insight and strength are mine. Because of me, kings reign, and rulers make just decrees. Rulers lead with my help, and nobles make righteous judgments. I love all who love me. Those who search will surely find me. I have riches and honor, as well as enduring wealth and justice. My gifts are better than gold, even the purest gold. My wages better than sterling silver. I walk in righteousness, in paths of justice. Those who love me inherit wealth. I will fill their treasuries. The Lord formed me from the beginning. Before he created anything else, I was appointed in ages past. At the very first, before the earth began, I was born before the oceans were created, before the springs bubbled forth their waters, before the mountains were formed, before the hills I was born, before he made the earth and fields and the first handfuls of soil. I was there when he established the heavens, when he drew the horizon on the oceans. I was there when he set clouds above, when he established springs deep in the earth. I was there when he set the limits of the sea, so they would not spread beyond their boundaries. And when he marked off the earth's foundations, I was the architect at his side. I was his constant delight, rejoicing always in his presence. And how happy I was with the world he created, and how I rejoiced with the human family. And so, my children, listen to me, for all who follow my ways are joyful. Listen to my instruction and be wise. Don't ignore it. Joyful are those who listen to me, watching for me daily at my gates, waiting for me outside my home. For whoever finds me finds life and receives favor from the Lord. But those who miss me injure themselves. All who hate me love death. Wisdom has built her house. She has carved its 7 columns. She has prepared a great banquet, mixed the wines and set the table. She has sent her servants to invite everyone to come. She calls out from the heights overlooking the city. Come in with me, she urges the simple. To those who lack good judgment, she says, come, eat my food and drink the wine I have mixed. Leave your simple ways behind and begin to live. Learn to use good judgment. Anyone who rebukes a mocker will get an insult in return. Anyone who corrects the wicked will get hurt. So don't bother correcting mockers. They will only hate you. But correct the wise, and they will love you. Instruct the wise, and they will be even wiser. Teach the righteous, and they will learn even more. Fear the Lord. Fear of the Lord is the foundation of wisdom. Knowledge of the Holy One results in good judgment. Winnie. Sorry, hold on, please. Come here. Wisdom will multiply your days and add years to your life. If you become wise, you will be the one to benefit. If you scorn wisdom, you will be the one to suffer. Folly calls for a hearing. Proverbs 9:13 through 18. The woman named Folly is brash. She is ignorant and doesn't know it. She sits in her doorway on the heights overlooking the city. She calls out to men going by who are minding their own business. Come in with me, she urges the simple. To those who lack good judgment, she says, stolen water is refreshing. Food eaten in secret tastes the best. But little do they know that the dead are there. Her guests are in the depths of the grave. The Proverbs of Solomon, Proverbs 10:1 through 32. The Proverbs of Solomon. A wise child brings joy to a father, a foolish child brings grief to a mother. Tainted wealth has no lasting value, but right living can save your life. The Lord will not let the godly go hungry, but he refuses to satisfy the craving of the wicked. Lazy people are soon poor. Hard workers get rich. A wise youth harvests in the summer, but one who sleeps during a harvest is a disgrace. The godly are showered with blessings. The words of the wicked conceal violent intentions. We have happy memories of the godly, but the name of the wicked person rots away. The wise are glad to be instructed, but babbling fools fall flat on their faces. People with integrity walk safely, but those who follow crooked paths will be exposed. People who wink at wrong cause trouble, but a bold reproof promotes peace. The words of the godly are a life-giving fountain. The words of the wicked conceal violent intentions. Hatred stirs up quarrels, but love makes up for all offenses. Wise words come from the lips of people with understanding, but those lacking sense will be beaten with a rod. Wise people treasure knowledge, but the babbling of a fool invites disaster. The wealth of the rich is their fortress. Poverty of the poor is their destruction. The earnings of the godly enhance their lives, but evil people squander their money on sin. People who accept discipline are on the pathway to life, but those who ignore correction will go astray. Hiding hatred makes you a liar. Slandering others makes you a fool. Too much talk leads to sin, but be sensible and keep your mouth shut. The words of the godly are like sterling silver. The heart of a fool is worthless. The words of the godly encourage many, but fools are destroyed by their lack of common sense. The blessings of the Lord makes a person rich, and he adds no sorrow with it. Doing wrong is fun for a fool, but living wisely brings pleasure to the sensible. The fears of the wicked will be fulfilled. The hopes of the godly will be granted. When the storms of life come, the wicked are whirled away, but the godly have a lasting foundation. Lazy people irritate their employers, like vinegar to the teeth or smoke in the eyes. Fear of the Lord lengthens one's life, but the years of the wicked are cut short. The hopes of the godly result in happiness, but the expectations of the wicked come to nothing. The way of the Lord is a stronghold to those with integrity, but it destroys the wicked. The godly will never be disturbed, but the wicked will be removed from the land. The mouth of the godly person gives wise advice, but the tongue that deceives will be cut off. The lips of the godly speak helpful words, but the mouth of the wicked speaks perverse words. I love Proverbs. I just love it. All right, we're into our book. 2 marks of Jesus' love stands out in these episodes. His first is his compassion, which leads to miraculous generosity. The second is his patience with the disciples, which leads to his using whatever they have to give. Mark and Matthew both choose the same word to describe Jesus' response to the hungry crowd. It is so key, in fact, that not only do they both use it, they use it in both stories. Compassion. When Jesus got out of the boat and saw the crowd waiting for him, with their voices pleading for healing, their eyes filled with desperate pain of life, hopelessness etched across their features, he could have chosen any range of responses, and we probably wouldn't blame him for any of them. He could have remained in the boat and avoided dealing with them altogether. He might have scolded them for harassing him when all he wanted was to be left alone long enough to grieve the painful loss of his cousin. He could have explained that he couldn't help them all. There were just too many, and he was but one person. He didn't choose any of those responses. Rather than anger, he chose compassion. Instead of reacting with weary frustration, he felt empathy. In lieu of what would be natural annoyance or resentment, he substituted tenderness. The word used here, translated as compassion, quite literally means feeling something in the gut. It runs far deeper than Jesus simply feeling sympathy. Jesus felt their need in his innermost being. He felt the limp of the disabled as if he were the one limping, the hurt of the diseased as if it was his as if his was the ravaged body, the loneliness of the leper, as if he was the one isolated from human relationships, the embarrassment of the sinful, as if the crime committed had been his. Instead of protecting himself, Jesus opened himself up to the pain around him. Rather than closing himself off, he was willing to feel what those around him felt. Like sheep without a shepherd, he said, Jesus did what he always does. He set aside his own hurts and allowed himself to feel the hurt of others. He placed his own needs behind the needs from which he wouldn't turn away. Call it the extravagant generosity of Jesus. It was a selflessness so recklessly lacking in restraint, it would one day nail him to a cross. You know what that means, of course. If there are no boundaries to Jesus' compassion, no reasonable guardrails to his sacrificial love, then there is certainly no need in your life or mine too mundane for Jesus to care about. No wound too small to get his attention. No heartache too insignificant to call forth a response from him. We are that precious to him. It leads to the second mark of Jesus' love, his patience. Over and over again, the disciples misunderstood and forgot what they had just experienced and let Jesus down. But never does he give up on them, and never does he refuse to include them in his mission. It is the essence of his patience. If Jesus is the one who is doing the providing, if he is empowering me to live for him, then I have infinite resources at my disposal. I can afford to be generous, to take risks, and to rely on Jesus to provide what I need because he's done it again and again and again. Jesus doesn't always give us easy answers. In telling the disciples to give the crowd something to eat, he is seeking to stretch them and us. More often than not, he wants to challenge and unsettle us, inviting us to wrestle with the deepest truths of our relationship with him. Jesus is so present with us that we have incredible, unlimited opportunities to meet and serve him every day. In some ways, everything we do or don't do impacts our relationship with him. But just as true, we are never on our own, never without him. We are never without a chance, even in the most mundane of moments, of our mostly ordinary lives, to love and be loved by this giver, not only of bread, but of himself. There are two miracles in this story, one embedded in the other. The thing that usually catches our attention is the eye-popping miracle. Thousands of hungry people suddenly fed with so much food that there are extravagant leftovers. Jesus, in his compassion, provides for the needs of all those people in a supernatural way. Do you see the other miracle, the truly amazing one? Not the provision of a buffet lunch for some famished followers. Nearly overlooked is the little sack lunch the disciples wrestled up. Jesus invited them to participate with him in what he was about to do. That's the other miracle. He uses what little they have to offer, small and unimpressive as it is, to accomplish his purpose. Did you notice something about Jesus when he calls for the bread and fish? Jesus does not ask for 3 fish if 2 is all you have. He does not ask if why you only bring 5 loaves when he wanted 6. He takes what you have to offer and makes it enough. Despite our initial reservations or our repeated uncertainties, when we offer what little we have, Jesus uses it. Bring your loaves and your fish. Bring your ideas. Bring your money or your time. Bring your sense of humor. Bring your talents, even those you don't think you have. Bring your energy and love. You have an ability with tools? I wish. Bring it. Don't get hung up on whether it seems enough. It is not up to you to feed the whole crowd, to solve the whole problem, to fix the whole world. That's his thing. Just give him all you have. Hold nothing back. He can take whatever resources you have and make them enough. Because it's not about what you have, but what he has. The miracle is that despite it all, your hesitation and forgetfulness, your fear of loss and your halting trust, he gives you the privilege of offering ordinary service for an extraordinary God. You see, that's the thing with miracles. We think that they have to come out of nowhere and blow our socks off with unexpected wonder to qualify. But if that is what a miracle is, you'll miss a lot of the truly amazing ones happening all around you. When you're willing to recognize that, there will be no end to the miracles in your life. It's on the right side of that, right on top of the doggy bags. Should be laying right there. All right, girls. Winnie, get down. Get down. Winnie, get down. She only wanted to lay in that chair because somebody was in it, wanted it. All right, girls. Well, thanks for joining me early this morning. I have to head to the gym a little early. Got body pump this morning. Got to go lift some weights. Yes, I said I got to go to the gym. That means you have to get in your house. Yes, it does. Just give me the look. All right. Let's go ahead and end in prayer. God, our Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for our time together, for the reading of your word, for the reading of Proverbs. And I pray that you will help us all gain wisdom from Solomon's words. God, I thank you for Joe and letting us read this book and the blessing that it is to each of us. And I know it is to me. I just thank you for the opportunity to read this. God, there are many women here with struggles going on in their lives. I think of Debbie today in El Salvador, that you would bless her and her family as they serve and just be with them and give them safety. And thank you for their willingness to go where they are needed. God, as we go through this day, help us to honor you with everything we do, how we talk to each other, what we eat, what we choose not to eat, how we spend our finances. May we be glorifying you through all of it. In your precious name, amen. All right, girls, gotta go. Love you all so much. I hope you have a fabulous Friday, and I hope to see you at 1 p.m. today to finish off our workshop about why good women struggle with food.